Hello and welcome to Slightly Impressive Murder. My name is Griff and we are reviewing the Infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. We've only got 3 minutes, so I'll skip most of this and get right to it. This is a full motion video game, which is a goofy way to say that it uses live action footage instead of computer generated graphics. That would normally keep me from looking too far into a game, but I was intrigued by the freeform question asking mechanic. You play this game by typing whatever you want into the question box, and the game's AI picks up on certain keywords and phrases to advance the story further. How are you feeling?
Originally, I was suffering with depression.
Okay. The premise of the game is that you're a therapist taking over for a different therapist named Dr. Dekker, who was mysteriously murdered. Your job is to help his former patients with their issues and also, weirdly, to help solve Dr. Decker's murder. How hard you actually want to work toward these goals is more or less up to you. The game does drag you along through the murder mystery plot whether you like it or not, but you're under no obligation to be a decent therapist while you're at it. I would spy on people.
Well, that makes me feel a little better.
There are quite a few different endings with multiple possible outcomes for each individual character. Unlike most multiple ending games, the player choices and how they affected the storylines didn't seem obvious or artificial to me. I felt like I was having a real effect on the characters' lives, for better or worse. Mostly worse.
Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor?
Try Tinder.
I don't want anybody else.
I found the story itself very engrossing. I got more and more into it every time something new was revealed or the plot took a sudden turn. In addition to the story, any game like this is going to live or die by the quality of its actors, and for the most part, I thought everyone did pretty well. There may have been a bit of overacting here and there, but nothing too immersion breaking. But now for the bad parts. The idea of being able to type whatever you want into the game sounds great, but you can probably guess how that might be problematic at times. The AI just wasn't always good enough at picking up on what I was asking to keep things moving along fluidly. There were a few times where I got stuck and had to ask for a hint, only for the hint to be something I had already tried asking several different ways. Quantum suicide. I haven't heard of it. What is quantum suicide? He asked if I've heard of quantum suicide. I should answer yes or no. You don't say! It didn't take long to figure out that it was much more efficient to just dumbly repeat things a character had just said right back to them than it was to ask them any meaningful questions. By the end, I found myself wishing for a standard multiple choice response system instead of the freeform typing mechanic, which is disappointing. Also, I won't spoil anything, but the ending doesn't really make a lot of sense. A lot of things are left pretty vague, whether intentionally or not, and one scene in particular is just straight up confusing. That said, the game is only $9, and I definitely feel like I got my money's worth out of it. It delivered a unique and often fascinating storytelling experience that any fans of mystery or psychology are likely to enjoy. I'm not really one for numbers, so I give it a out of 10. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.